Well, mine will be short. A few things going on in Montana. The Equipment Bureau is an internal service funded program, which means we get our cash from rental rates to run our operation like a business. We do not get any direct funding from the state gas tax or state general fund. We can only spend what we collect from our rental rates. In the past 10 years, we had to forego replacing equipment in 4 of those 10 years on the light duty side, which means our fleet is getting older and higher mileage. This is increasing repair costs, and since we have to fix vehicles instead of replacing them. This past January, the legislature raised our gas tax from 27 cents a gallon to 31.5 cents per gallon on gas, and from 26 cents a gallon to a little over 29 cents a gallon on diesel, to help meet MDT our responsibility in matching federal funds and our new construction projects. At this time, they took away some budget authority for our maintenance operations, such as personal services, winter maintenance materials like sand and de-icer. None of the gas tax increase goes to maintenance or equipment. So we didn't see, it all more or less went to our construction. State agencies that operate off the general fund had a proposed cut here just probably a month ago of $265 million to keep up with the declining revenues. This could affect our operation on our motor pool side. They're going to travel less, which will be a loss of revenue for our vehicle rental rates. We are not approved to purchase light duty vehicles again this year. We were approved for $200,000 on our equipment side and our maintenance side, but that's since been cut just before I came here, so last week. An example of the shape of our light duty fleet is the average miles on our vehicles that meet our replacement criteria is 197,000 miles. We had that down to 180,000 miles. Our normal, years ago, our normal replacement was on a half-ton pickup was 7 years, 150,000 miles. So we're going to be, by this time next year, we'll be up over 200,000 miles again. We are purchasing heavy equipment. We're still going to spend our money, but just not on light duty. We bought an excavator this year. We're going out for snow blowers, mowers, and transport equipment. We will this spring be going out for tandem axle trucks for next fiscal year. As far as our operations, we've had some managerial changes with the motor pool. We've got a new manager and budget analyst, which is our financial person for the equipment side also. We have a new bureau chief. Jeff Gleason retired September 29th. Tony Strainer will be taking over October 16th. We have implemented tow plows in the last 3.5 years. We have 17 out on the road now. We're building 5 more this year, and I believe we're going to be building 5 more next round too. Or the trucks to pull the tow plows. So I believe our saturation point is 27. I'm hoping, but we are. Maintenance crews are positive with the tow plows. They're seeing that they're more efficient with them, especially on our interstates. We do have them in our towns. going through Helena, Bozeman, Billings. Billings use theirs quite a bit in town. We do have them on our mountain passes. We have one McDonald Pass, which I believe is an 8% grade. We do have one out on Lookout Pass. Also, our Missoula division has, I believe, 4 of these tow plows. Bozeman has 4 of them, so they're in our higher snow areas. Kalispell has 2 as of right now. We're starting October 2nd, which was Monday. Our MMS, maintenance management system, and our equipment management system has gone together through Agile Assets. I'm not sure how that's going. I'm kind of glad I'm going this week. Yeah, that's right. The nice thing with this is when our maintenance employees, they'll put the mileage of our equipment in on a daily basis, the actual mileage. So it's supposed to go right into EVMS. So we'll have more accurate rental rates on our usage. We're in our equipment shops. We're starting to go to more laptops instead of PCs, being our mechanics are spending a lot more time on the computer, filling out their time slips and work orders. For our diagnostics tools, we use laptops on our heavy duty, load all the diagnostic software on those. On our light duty side, we just started using the Modus. I think we just finished up training with that. We had Snap-on go to every one of our shops and train on that system. Our administrator, which is John Schwartz, he is always looking for new technology, better ways of doing things. That's where the tow plows came from. We thought we were only going to start out with 5, and we're sitting at 17. So our tow plows, we do a sander on them, 8-yard sander, 800-gallon de-icer tank, and it's a full combination unit. We can spray the highway or pre-wet the sand with that, and our trucks are set up the same way that pull them. Our challenges is new leadership, possible budget and funding restrictions, cost and repairs to additionally repairs to old fleet, and everything we got is old. So we're trying to keep up with technology with the new trucks and stuff, and we were doing pretty good. We run on a $6.5 million budget for buying equipment, which on normal years when we could buy light duty and heavy duty trucks, that just about wiped out our budget. So, and we do build our own or fabricate our own trucks. We buy all the parts and then put them together, assemble them in our shop. So, our tandem fleet is, we have 533 tandems. Single axle fleet is 51. We don't replace our single axle trucks with tandems. We've hit our saturation point for our tandem fleet. So whenever they decide to turn those single axle trucks in, they don't get replaced. Light duty, we have 929 light duty vehicles on our equipment side. Loaders, we have 328. We have a fairly old loader class. It's most of our loaders sit at sand sheds. We just purchased 6 new loaders this year. Blowers, we have 35 loader mounted blowers. The brands are Snogo, Content, and Kodiak. We're looking to replace 6 of those this year. We have 6 truck-mounted snow blowers. They're all Kodiaks. And our replacement criteria is supposed to be years, miles, and repair costs. Well, now it's just years, mainly. We do look at miles too, but it's getting pretty old. So our shops, we have 11 divisions. 5 districts, 11 divisions. We have 11 division headquarter shops. 1 central shop is where we do all of our fabbing out of Helena, and 5 satellite shops. We have give or take 103 mechanics, plus shop superintendents in each shop other than the satellite shops.
What were the 3 manufacturers of loader-mounted blowers you mentioned? You said
Snogo.
Snogo?
Snogo, Content.
Content.
It'd be Tenco, probably.
Tenco, okay.
I believe. And then Kodiak.
Hey, Tim, just out of curiosity, what horsepower are you running on your trucks that are pulling those tow plows up in the mountain passes? And I ask that because I always hear from drivers, we don't have enough horsepower.
470.
Okay, you're right in the same ballpark we are. How are they working for you?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that internationals you're running, or?
A mix, internationals and Freightliner.
Okay.
We do have some Max, but most of them are internationals and Freightliners.
Transmission in those trucks.
We have the auto shift and ultra shift in the newer ones. The older trucks our older trucks are running 10-speed manuals. We've switched to the automated transmissions in those.
Tim, what is the cost for you guys to field a 10-wheel plow truck?
Complete is around $150,000. Our tow plow trucks are probably running around $160,000 because of the upgraded hydraulic system to that.
On your plow trucks, are you running stainless steel beds?
We're running, yes. In 2014, we went to all stainless steel dump bodies and sanders.
You guys are building those trucks for $160,000. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that was the lot.
Do you have any wrecks with all those tow plows? That's a lot of tow plows.
We've had 2 wrecks, and both of them been on days like this. So far, we haven't had any wrecks plowing, in a storm. Both wrecks were on a day, the sun shining clear. One was a semi out by Lodge Grass, which is right close to the Wyoming border. Semi hit a car and shoved it into us.
Okay, so that's just happenstance. That's just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, and the other one was down in Glendive. They opened up the border going into the Dakotas, and we were pulling the barricades down, and he took off down the road to turn around and go back to Glendive, and he was in the passing lane. He slowed down to make the turn in our turnaround, and here come the traffic, and first pickup there was doing 70 miles an hour and slid broadside into him. Nothing really, that was a bad one there. Luckily there was no fatalities in that one, but it opened up the that pickup like a can opener. We had to pull our cutting edge off to get the door of the pickup out of that's how hard he hit. Stuck it right in the moldboard, so.
The preceding video was produced by the National Center for Pavement Preservation. More information can be found at tsp2.org. That's tsp2.org. Additional support provided by Michigan State University.